Alright guys, Quantum here, and in this video I am going to show you my run to Diamond 1 using, of course, FLOOWANDEREEZE. This is the day after I hit max rank in the World Championship qualifiers. I actually took a half a day off work to get my car serviced and came home a little bit early and immensely struggled to get to D1. As you can see here, not normally something I show with win-loss, 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 but this is the reality of what I went through. And I have quite a story to tell you about how this happened, and you're going to want to stay tuned for this. We're going to speed through some of these matches and review them, but it's going to be interesting. So let's get straight into it. I was, I think, on a 3-win streak, so I just needed 2 more matches, I think, to rank up. So if I win this one, I'll be on my rank up game on my next game. So of course, you know, we win and lose coin tosses, and up to this point I was winning and losing them quite evenly. So of course we lose this one. I'm like, okay, that's fine. This opponent was actually on Diamond 1. They revealed that they're on Branded and Tier Limits, so an interesting variation. I understand this version. It's actually really cool because it really does hard counter Tier Limits because of the Mirror Jade and Dragostapelia that they put up on board. That being said though, FLOOWANDEREEZE is really good against this version because they don't really put up like super strong negates or as many negates and interruptions as Ishizu Tier Limits does that are impactful against FLOOWANDEREEZE. Like I can deal with a Mirror Jade banishing my card, that's not a problem. But dealing with like Kaleido Spin Back and Sulik and Crime and all that stuff is a lot harder to deal with. So this is the opponent's end board. They actually send the Alba Leontis and pass getting the Polymerization to hand. So this board is definitely manageable. However, we're not out of the woods yet, because even if if they keep Dragostapelia, we have to hope that we top deck into something with Prosperity and able to play around the Dragostapelia with map, assuming the opponent isn't on hand traps. But thankfully enough, this guy probably didn't care, because like I said, they were on D1. They just resign as soon as we activate evenly. So let's go ahead and take a look at what their deck list is like, because I actually haven't looked at these deck lists yet. And yeah, I'm a fan of this. I think this is a good deck list. They also play the Mass Change package, which is interesting. But yeah, it's kind of a fusion of, pun intended, of Tier Limits and Branded, and it works. I think it'll work fairly well against pure Tier Limits or like pure Ishizu tier. Let's go on to the next match though. All right, let's see if you can keep count. That's 1 going second. So any match I went second, I lost the coin toss, obviously, right? So that's 1 going second and 1 Tier Limit. So this is the second match. This is actually our rank up game, our first rank up game of season 17. So the opponent goes ahead and summons out the Exo Sister. So at this point I'm like, this is gonna be a tough match because I know the Magnifica. It's very strong against FLOOWANDEREEZE. Exo Sister actually beats FLOOWANDEREEZE when it goes first because the amount of interruptions that they're able to put up and like cycle through, like bringing back to Michaelis with the Magnifica, etc. The banishes from these cards actually matter way more than a one-off Mirror Jade, right? Because they're, you know, doing like 2 or 3 banishes, like Z summoning, etc. It can be very bad. So we opt to evenly 1 for 1. The opponent immediately banishes the map that we activate. We summon the Eaglin. The opponent doesn't even need to use their Magnifica to detach and bring out the Michaelis to banish one of our cards, which would put us on nothing, right? Because we have nothing to follow up Eaglin with. They just have Ash Blossom. So that's another reason why Exo Sister can be very strong. Same with Sprite, is that in addition to their core engine actually being like pretty good, they play a lot of hand traps, and hand traps can shut down a lot of rogue decks and a lot of other matchups that, you know, just because of the way the game states work, you don't always get optimal combo. Sometimes 1 hand trap, 2 hand traps are enough to disrupt you. So here again, the opponent doesn't even need to use their monster interruptions because they've got the hand traps. You know, they had the Ash Blossom, they had the Impermanence, and that was enough to shut us down. I should have suicided these into the Sophia with the DD Crow, but as you can see here, it wouldn't have even mattered because they have the Vadis, and I don't even know why I'm staying at this point. So I'm definitely losing this rank up game. But you know, Exo Sister, it's a cool deck. I respect it. I actually was very close to building this deck in real life, but the cards sold out that I wanted to buy. They were very cheap. They were like $100 for the core, 100 Canadian. They look really cool, and they're bound to get more support in the future. But yeah, we're back down to needing 2 games to rank up. Let's go ahead. I think it was this guy, right? We're taking a look at. So fairly standard Exo Sister list. You know, hand traps and engine. So pretty good, and then their extra deck is pretty standard as well. But yeah, let's get on to the next match. Alright, so hopefully I don't sound like I'm complaining in these matches. This is just how the game goes sometimes, but I just want to show you just like what the RNG is really like sometimes. So this is our 3rd match now. We're going second for the 3rd time in a row, so we've lost 3 coin tosses in a row, and this is our 2nd Tier Limit deck that we're faced up against. So we draw the DD Crow, which is interesting because we also drew the one of last game as well. We're opting to shotgun the DD Crow here, banishing the opponent's Sharon that they dump off Rhino Heart. And they have another one in hand that pitches a Yugioh, and then the Sharon Mill 3 gets them, wow, double the Grave Shufflers and a Sullik. So off of the Sullik, they grab the Havness, and then off the Yugioh, yeah, they're just going to continue to mill. I'm not going to go over every piece. You guys have seen all this by now. Our mills aren't that significant for the first 5. Kalos grabs a Scream for them. They go ahead, activate Scream, set 1, go into Time Thief Redoer, which will trigger the Scream here. Off the Scream Mill 3, they get a Kel back. Unfortunately, they grab the Crime off of the Scream, and so that's not good. They already have Sullik most likely, right? So they're just going to now end phase, just activate Grave Shufflers because they got so many. Just put back the mills into their decks because they can actually mill me out potentially. They do hit some of our core engine stuff, which isn't the greatest, but they do Time Thief Redoer, grabbing a Rubina. That's really bad. So main phase 1, we go into Extravagance, and then Duality. Yeah, the opponent has nothing in hand, so their Crime isn't activatable right now. They're probably banking on the fact that, you know, they can get cards to hand with fusions, but we're just gonna go straight battle phase while we can, and they opt to keep their 1 face down card. They banish their Kit Kalos face down, so the only fusion they can go into off of the Time Thief is the Mud Dragon. Now we're going to be able to set up. The opponent does reveal the Imperm that was set, and we're going to go ahead and activate Advent to save the Robina from being targeted, and that prompts the opponent to scoop, and somehow we're able to take that one after the opponent starting off quite well, in my opinion. Let's go ahead and take a look at the deck list. I got to remember to do that because otherwise I'll stop the recording. So this one, fairly standard tier list. I would say this is a good tier list. Yep, this is pretty strong. Oh, actually, I don't know. I don't know about playing these 2 Ashes, but I mean, hey, they milled incredible, right? So you can't knock the guy. But yeah, I probably wouldn't play these. Yeah, he's on the Exterio Cyberstein. That's the best combo part in the deck, in my opinion. Like in terms of beating Rogue and stuff. The Zodiac pack. This one's almost identical to mine, actually. Minus the Ash Blossoms. I don't even remember what I play in place of it, but oh, I play Evenly Matched. That's right. I think, well, you've already seen how much work Evenly's put in, but enough with this deck list. Let's go on to the next match. All right, so after winning that last match going second, we're now on our rank up game once again. So this is the second time today we've been on our rank up game, right? So we lost the Exo Sister rank up game. Now we're going second again against another Tier Elements deck. So that's 3 Tier Elements, 1 Exo Sister, 4 matches total, going second in all 4. So the opponent again starts off pretty strong. The Merly actually milled 3 tier names here. Merly effect, it literally milled 3. And then they're going to go ahead and extend with the Keldo pitching the Kel back, and the opponent literally has the busted nuts here too, because like this is just tier limit, right? Like I mean, why do you say it? It's always busted nuts? Like there's nothing to say about it. The opponent actually, like, look at this, like chain link, like okay, no, I'm not even bothering trying to commentate over that. So they know I'm on FLOOWANDEREEZE. The Dark Law chain to the Kelbeck and Yugioh means that everything I mill is getting banished, which if it was the mirror match is obviously super strong. But I couldn't even get a small bird in the graveyard except for the one I already have in the Toucan. Like that's kind of crappy. They do end up going into the Cyberstein, and this hand is unplayable through this board, so we just end up scooping after watching the opponent cook for a little while. And now we're back down to needing 2 games to level up once again. So yeah, the opponent, this list is not good in my opinion. I can already see like Herald, Blackwing, like what are these cards? One-ofs, Cherries, like why? Emerald, King of the Swamp, Poly, like the Rainbow Bridge engine, the Exchange of Spirit, and Gravekeeper's Trap, the Mass Change. Like it's just, this deck just, you know, I mean it beat me, so you know I can't really say, you know, X about it, but I wouldn't play a tier like this. Anyways, let's get on to the next one. Am I sounding salty yet? I don't know. I'm trying to not sound like a crybaby or a whiner. But in this match, what is this, number 5 now? Yep, lost the coin toss again. So not great. The opponent starts off quite strong with the Mudora pitching the Kelbeck. So again, this is a Shizu tier number 4, going second match number 5, and the other rogue match was the Exo Sister. Funny enough, if you DD Crow on the cost for Mudora pitching the Kelbeck, you can DD Crow the Kelbeck and it won't get the effect. Because by the time a new chain link starts, the Kelbeck will be banished. So off this one, the opponent ends up using Gravekeeper's Trap to pitch something. I think get another Kelbeck to hand, then use Heartbeat. Oh yeah, they pitched the Exchange of Spirit, which is super strong because it means their Gravekeeper's Trap is now online, and the Shizu Shufflers have the extra abilities. So they Heartbeat back whatever their face down card was, and just in order to pitch the Kelbeck, they search off of the Gravekeeper's Trap. So they either think like, I really don't want them to resolve Kelbeck, that's why I DD Crow'd it. And then they were determined to activate a Kelbeck of their own. So because they have Gravekeep or Exchange of Spirit, sorry, in the graveyard. When the Kelbeck activates its effect to mill, they also get the ability to set a trap card from their graveyard. So they set the evenly matched. Thankfully, off the Kelbeck mill, they don't actually mill anything that they can fuse into. They do mill the double Shaddoll cards, which Ariel will banish some cards from my graveyard. Sure, that's kind of meaningless. And the Beast, sorry, drew them a card. So we know this is evenly matched. Their Gravekeeper's Trap is going to call Robina. Thankfully, we draw Gold Sark. And we're just going to go ahead and activate Duality first because we want to maximize the chance that we hit a bird. Thankfully, the final reveal is an Eaglin. Now we can go ahead and Gold Sark, but not before the opponent searches for an Yugioh. Sure, that's not a problem. The Gold Sark, of course, banishes the Robina. Then we activate Map, banish Empin, and then we summon Eaglin. The opponent realizes they can't play through it, or, you know, we're going to set up, and I guess they don't want to try playing through it. So despite going second once again, we're able to come back and get back to our rank up game. And we take a look at the opponent's deck here. Okay, King of the Swamp here, Herald of the Orange Light, Cyberstein, the Shaddoll package, Snow, Exchange of Spirit package, only 2 Scream, 2 Evenly, standard extra deck. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the core deck of this one, but anyways, let's go on to the next match. All right, surely not 6 coin tosses lost in a row, right? Again, that's just being sarcastic. I'm not trying to sound whiny or anything. Anyways, yes, once again going second, but hey, the opponent sets 3 pass. We have to anticipate either Floodgates or, you know, if they're on a Shizu tier, is it going to be like Imperm, Solix? They have Havness in hand, maybe they're waiting to trigger. But our hand is actually amazing. It would have been really good to go first with. We could have literally gone full setup and full combo. But now we have to see what the opponent is on. Ooh, Imperial Iron Wall. I've seen this before in Tier Limit. I actually went first against it. It might actually be a video on my channel where I was able to out 2 Imperial Iron Walls with Unexplored Winds. But outing the one isn't actually that difficult because of Ryza. Thankfully, the opponent didn't have an interruption. But we definitely can't out 2 Imperial Iron Walls, because with the Ryza, we're able to spin the first one back and put Robina back to the top of the deck, which we could have then activated Map, banished Robina, revealing the Toucan, obviously, and playing from there. So this setup right here is a GG right away. There's nothing we can do. The Gravekeeper's Trap gets them the Kelbeck, which means they're going to pitch Kelbeck now, grab another Ishizu card, and then mill 5. There's no point in staying in this match, because there's nothing we can do. We can't use Map or Advent of Adventure under the Imperial Iron Wall. And honestly, this is bad tech because it's a completely dead card against the mirror match and a lot of other matchups. It's really only good against Flowandereeze and maybe a little bit against Exo Sister too, probably. Against Stun, you still get beat out by the Stun cards. Like, Stun doesn't necessarily need to banish your cards to win. But yeah, this was our rank up game, so this is yet another rank up game where we lose, going second. This is what, the 3rd one. But if we take a look at the opponent's deck list here real quick. They're on a Sea Mare, one of Gemseal, the Rhoda, which is fine, the Exchange of Spirit, and the Gravekeeper's Trap, and then 3 Imperial Iron Wall. Yeah, this is, I mean, hey, he's made it this far, so I can't knock the guy, but I personally wouldn't run it this way. I've already explained the Cyberstein and the exterior. You've already seen me scoop to it. Like, it's impossible to beat when you put it on with monster negates. Yeah, you need to play Imperm instead. It's way better, but hey, I mean, it's getting the job done for him. If you hate Flowandereeze, then play this and it'll definitely beat them. All right, surely after 6 coin tosses lost and 6 going second in a row, we have to at least win 1, right? Well, yes, you're right. We do finally win a coin toss and we are able to go first. You know, unfortunately, this isn't our rank up game because we lost the rank up game previously. But yeah, the opponent reveals Shifter and Maxi, so they might be on Stun, they might be on Exo Sister. I don't actually know because I didn't check the deck lists until right now on these recordings. So we'll find out as soon as the match is over, or if the opponent ends up playing. But I think, you know, they activated 2 things that are dead against us, and they have 3 cards in hand. They see we have Map. Yeah, they're gonna resign. So, and obviously I knew they resigned because I played the match already. So yeah, going first, we're able to easily take that one. And I'm actually curious to see what the opponent was on. Oh, they're on Labyrinth. Okay. Yeah, they have the Labyrinth sleeves, right? Okay. Cool. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, like Labyrinth, I think Labyrinth beats Flowandereeze. I don't know why you wouldn't play that out, you know, set some back row pass. I guess it would be frustrating because we would, you know, Dreaming Town spin stuff back, put Omni Negate on board in Apex. Yeah, and he's already down 2 resources because of the Shifter and the Maxi. So yeah, it makes sense that he would resign there. He's already too far behind in the resource game. All right, you know, went first finally. Can I get a string of going first win or coin tosses now so that I can potentially rank up on my rank up game? Nope. Nope. We lose. We're back to losing coin tosses here, so that's really unfortunate. I'm not gonna lie. When I was going through this run, I was actually starting to get really upset. I don't know if I'd say really upset. I would just say like I was super disappointed. I was actually considering, and it's probably like the thumbnail of this video or something, like I'm seriously considering like just uninstalling this game and just like not playing it for a couple days because this is ridiculous. I've won 1 coin toss in 7 matches. You know, and I've been on and off my rank up game. Like I honestly think like look, this guy's on like chain link 5. Like there's no way I'm gonna beat whatever board he sets up. Let me just speed this up because I'm not gonna explain all this. I honestly think the game is like purposefully trying to keep you playing by, you know, keeping you on and off your rank up game or whatever, because the game probably like it probably has an algorithm. It knows that I don't play that much, and it's like, well, you know, we want him to continue playing, so we'll just keep, you know, win lose win lose win lose. Obviously it's not like that direct, but yeah, once I see the exterior, I'm just like, my hands all spells and traps, I can't do anything, so time to wrap it up. But I really do think the game is like, well, let's give him something that's like nearly impossible to play through, because this opponent, you know, can win their matches, so let's pair him up against, make him go second, and then that'll keep him playing because he'll win lose win lose win lose. I honestly think that. I know that's like a super conspiracy theory, put my tinfoil hat on, but that honestly, like that's what it was feeling like when I was going through these matches. So nothing to see here. Standard tier list, a couple of weird tech options, TTT, some Shaddoll cards, but yeah, we got clapped up hard by tier, going second. Like, do you guys see why like you don't need to play Imperial Iron Wall? Like if you play the Exterio package with tier limit, which, you know, a lot of people are on now, you know, since I posted that video, like you know, you've seen me play tier with that Cyberstein. If you watch my other videos, you know how strong it is. Anyways, still, this is now 1 going first coin toss win and 8 matches where we've lost a coin toss. 9 total. 8 of them we've lost a coin toss. So this match, this is not our rank up game. We're 2 away again after losing the last match, and we're going second. So like I said, I'm kind of frustrated. Yeah, I know it probably sounds like I'm whining, but wouldn't you be frustrated if you were experiencing this? Like, I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Am I justified? Can I whine? Is this whining? I don't know. But at least the opponent doesn't like pop off this time with tier limits. So they were obviously severely limited. They end up with a Baguska because they know what we're on after. Yeah, this is pretty bad for us to lose these resources since we don't have anything in hand to play. But we do have the Evenly, and we have the Book of Moon for the Baguska. All we need is a bird, any bird, in order to banish off of the Advent, assuming this isn't an Ash Blossom, and we are good to go. So we're going to draw. Okay, Duality, that's fine. We'll take those. We'll take that. We just need a bird. Okay, Empin, that's fine. We'll take that. That's good. And then we're probably going to follow up. Okay, evenly matched into... Yep, we knew they were going to banish those and keep Baguska. We're going to then Advent. Okay, grab Robina. And then Book of Moon, the Baguska, activate Unexplored Wind, which means we're going to tribute over the Baguska, and that was enough to see the opponent's scoop. So back up to the rank up game. Oh my goodness, the back and forth is crazy. I just realized I forgot to record that opponent's deck list, so let's take a look here. Ooh, Herald of Greenlight, interesting. King of the Swamp. Again, yeah, these Shaddoll cards seem to be pretty common up here. Yeah, not on the Cyberstein build though, on the King of the Swamp build. Okay, interesting deck list. I mean, I think these are just not good tech options in my opinion, but if it works for them, it works for them. So GG's. And One of Talents is kind of random. I mean, probably want to play more. But yeah, let's get on to the final match. All right. Well, obviously you know what happened, so we're just going to go over this now. This opponent is on Mathmech. I actually didn't know this. Because I think I saw the Ishizu cards maybe? Maybe not, I don't remember. I don't even remember this match. I played it just a couple of hours ago. But let's go ahead and take a look at what happens here. So again, we played 9 matches. We've lost 8 coin tosses. We've won 1 coin toss in Diamond 2, trying to get to Diamond 1. And you saw some of those matches. They were literally like, they were actually unwinnable for us. There's nothing that we could have done. So like Exterio with the monster negates, there's nothing you can do. Finally, are able to go first during a rank up game. And this is what, the fifth rank up game? 4th or 5th rank up game? Our hand is actually pretty good, assuming that we can prosperity into something useful. And sure enough, we are able to get a Robina, which we are definitely going to be taking. Why? Because we summon Robina if they have Imperm. We have the Advent, sure enough, they do have Imperm. And we are going to Advent, thankfully being able to now search out map and grab Eaglin. And that is enough for the opponent. They knew we were on a rank up game, maybe they were just being kind. And just like that, a kind of an anticlimactic way to reach Diamond 1, but after the gauntlet that I just went through, if you've made it this far in the video, I think I will take that. So that has been my very tumultuous, I don't know what the right word is, very not so fun run in Diamond 1. Konami going first or winning only 2 coin tosses out of 10 matches on my Diamond 2 run. Please, that can't be RNG. There's no way. Like, I don't know. I'm a conspiracy theorist now, guys. I've been converted. Anyways, that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you've enjoyed it, I doubt you did, but I'm sorry if I sounded whiny. But, you know, a like would be appreciated, and any comments you want to leave. Let me know what you think about the situation if you made it this far. I'd be interested to know. But yeah, let's go ahead and wrap this video up because I'm sure it's getting kind of long with all those matches in there. Thank you again for watching. Quantum is out.